Hello everyone and welcome to one of my many attempts to properly train for running events. In January 2023 I will be finally doing the Dopey challenge in Walt Disney World, which means 5k on Thursday, 10k on Friday, half marathon on Saturday and full marathon on the Sunday. 5 a.m. starts with a massive crowd in the unpredictable Floridian weather, all for 6 shirts, 6 medals and hopefully tons of fun. So I'm a Run Disney Paris runner from the Netherlands. I'm already familiar with the 5, 10 and half format of Run Disney through the Disneyland Paris races. In the last 13 months I've also done my first 4 marathons with minimal training, but I managed to finish them all healthily. I also like running in big uncomfortable costumes. It's literally the reason why I started running, so that's obviously also something I'm looking forward to. I'm grateful for my body that takes a lot sometimes, but manages to recover quite quickly. I do feel that I am fit enough to complete a Dopey, but of course there's a lot of room for improvement and I really want to be able to enjoy the experience. Discipline is my weakness. Going out 3 times a week is already an accomplishment for me, so I really hope that this will be kind of a big accountability tool. I'm still figuring out what I want this series to be. I don't want to be just talking about my weekly runs because I am not very entertaining, especially during a run. So I do have some running and Run Disney topics that I want to talk about leading up to January. This week will be just introductory though, just to test the waters. Hopefully next week I will be talking about my marathon experiences, just to kind of also reflect on my running year. And hopefully towards January I will also just be talking about more Run Disney specific topics. So week 1 was all about getting back into running. I did Marathon Eindhoven 2 weeks ago and treated myself on 1 week of nothing afterwards. So no work, no watch, no outside. I caught a cold despite the rest, so I didn't feel ready to be running as soon as the week started. But as this week I also have more time available, I didn't want to delay it anymore further. So here's my first attempt on vlogging while running.
You know, I thought I was smart by pushing all my runs towards the weekends because of Taylor Swift's new album release, as well as being sick in the beginning of this week. But Taylor Swift release days are very stressful and I've only had like less than 3 hours of sleep. My goal is to really push on that 3 times running or 4 times running a week. I've been slacking for years now, so now it's the time to put in the work. Alright, it's Saturday, another day, another run. I'm feeling good. I had some sleep. I'm aiming for 14 kilometers, not sure. Well, I have to get there because I'm at this point at the farthest point. So going home will already take some kilometers. Currently at 6 kilometers at 6 minutes per kilometer pace. I ran out of sewing thread, so that's actually the reason why I'm out. Thread acquired. I realize I can also be walking while talking. Alright, the first week was very motivational. I'm currently on my 3rd run this week, which is a 10 kilometer run. I'm just running along the water and turning back at the 5k point. Friday's run was, as you could see, kind of chaotic. Lack of sleep. I was just basically moving like a robot. Yesterday's run was very nice. I do feel the fatigue of the 14 kilometers, but I'm gonna get used to running on tired legs. But I must say, I'm proud to be doing my 3rd run this week. Gear-wise, I'm wearing mainly clothing from either Run Disney or previous running events, or from the Decathlon. I'm still looking for a few pieces, but I have enough time to do so. Watch, Garmin 245 without music. I was a previous Fitbit user, but it is very easy to grow out of it when you're a runner. Shoes, Asics Gel Nimbus 24. I used to run with Decathlon shoes, still happy with them, but I do also really like my Asics right now. Mainly running 6-1 run walk intervals just to keep myself sane. I do like running in races, but training wise I'm trying to keep myself motivated as possible.
So a few hours ago I also finished my 10k run. It was 9:75 but I'm very proud of myself. I hope to keep this up. To quickly recap this week, on Friday I ran 6.2 kilometers in 43 minutes. Yesterday 14.6 kilometers in 1:39. And today 9:75 in 1 hour 7 minutes. I'm gonna keep the pace low just to not injure myself. Glad to say that this looks promising. Well, that was my first week overview. Please bear with me as I'm trying to get more comfortable talking in public, but that's why I also plan to sit here and talk to the camera instead. Training wise, I will be doing the last 12 weeks of the Higden's Dopey plan. I expected to be perfectly fit in Eindhoven, but that unfortunately didn't happen. So I will try to approach the mileage slowly and carefully. I did modify it further to not be running more than 4 times a week and also have Thursdays off for archery training. I really like the idea of it being 12 weeks instead of 18 because I do feel like the 18 would have already demotivated me. Anyways, that's it for this week. There's a lot more to share, but I do want to save that for the upcoming months. I don't care if no one watches this because as someone who likes posting videos but never do, I really want to take this opportunity to create. I'm not sharing my other social media handles just yet, but if any of my Instagram followers or mutuals find this video or find this series, I hope to see you again in Walt Disney World or hopefully in Disneyland Paris. But whether you know me or not, thank you for watching to this point and hopefully I'll have another video up for you to watch next week.